Let me start with the first scene in which Konji was sitting in the bus. Let's look into his body language. When a person crosses the legs and arms, while sitting with the knee high over the opposite leg, it acts as barrier. It tells that the person is practically withdrawn from the conversation. But there's an exception to this behavior, as some people like to sit this way. So, it's important to establish a baseline when reading this behavior. Territorial hand display. As a form of mild intimidation, a person will splay out their hands on a desk or table. It's a territorial display of high confidence and authority. Our arms are dynamic and can indicate our mood. According to a study done on poker players in 2013, researchers found that it's not about the poker face. It's about the poker arms that give away a player's hand. Participants were asked to guess poker players' hands by observing their gestures alone, and they did better than guessing 50/50ths. Poker players who had a good hand moved their arms more smoothly, while others were simply bluffing with more awkward arm movements. Leg draping. Subconsciously, individuals who feel confident or superior will drape their leg over a desk chair or an object. It's a behavior done by high-status people. It's a way of establishing a territorial claim. Dismissive preening behavior. This form of preening behavior intended to be dismissive or disrespectful. The act of picking lint or hair from clothes or cleaning one's nails when being addressed by another person is inconsiderate at best, disrespectful, even contemptuous at worst. In case of Konji, it shows that the other person is not worthy of his attention. It simply says, what I'm doing is important than what you have to say. Pressing the flesh. As humans, we are constantly battling two internal forces. Number 1. To be open and trusting to build happy-making relationships. Number 2. To be hesitant and cautious to protect ourselves from potentially toxic people. Oxytocin is the chemical regulator of these two desires. It is also the hormone that controls our empathy, morality, and connection. When we touch someone, this powerful hormone is released. This hormone serves to socially bind us. It's a single molecule that controls our trust. In this scene, Kushida uses it cleverly by holding Ayanokoji's hands to make him accept her request. Chin touching. When a person touches his chin, person is thinking or evaluating something. This is usually done with the tips of fingers. It is not necessarily a sign of doubt, but is something to note when a person is processing information. When coupled with other behaviors, such as lip pursing, it suggests that the person is contemplating something negative or an alternative to what has been discussed. Playing with hair. This behavior is a pacifying behavior. It is most frequently utilized by women and indicates good mood while reading or relaxing, or stress like when waiting for an interview, etc. General covering. When a person finds himself in vulnerable position, the person may clasp his hands over lower abdomen or crotch. This gesture is known as fig leaf position. This behavior is effective in dealing with social anxiety, or if someone is standing too close. Partial arm crossing. This behavior is a milder version of the common arms crossing behavior. This is used for the purpose of creating a barrier in stressful situations. Here, the higher the hand grips the arm, the more defensive a person is feeling. It signals nervousness, but makes the person feel good and safe. Using objects as baton. During important meeting or interview, some people uses their glasses or a pen, almost like a baton, to demark a point while talking. It is also used to create novelty, to get other people's attention. From displays. When a person sticks out his thumb out of the pocket, it is a sign of high confidence. This is a high-status display. Chin cradling. Placing one's chin on the palm of the hand, coupled with relaxation of the facial muscles, suggests fatigue or boredom. It also prevents the head from moving and can signal that the person is in two minds about sending a head signal. For instance, when a person emotionally agrees on something and wants to nod, but intellectually want more information, he holds his head steady so that he can have good reason to say yes. Clenched hands. When a person assumes this gesture, they are exercising some sort of self-restraint and withholding a negative reaction, usually frustration, anxiety, etc. This is an extreme variant on interlacing the fingers to display stress. This is also a universal way of showing that a person is concerned about something. It also acts as a barrier, distancing from the threat. This gesture is commonly thought as a contained and controlled posture, but this is not so.